What's up, witches?
What's up, witches?
I'm John,
Linda.
and this is Getting Witchy.
Yes.
That feels weird doing that's the second time that I've done. And today I'm wearing I bought this in 2019 at Disney. I went to Orlando with the kids. I took my daughter and her kids. It was right before or right as we were talking
Yes.
and hanging out and such. Um, but this was at the I think it was the freaking um I can't think of the ride's name, but it's the main Star Wars ride at Disney Orlando. I think they have one in Disneyland too, but it's the main Star Wars ride at the store when you come out and you come down
Oh, right.
to,
The little gift shop that's
yeah,
right
yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah. And then I bought a $4 tube of cloth paint for doing and put I'm not trying to put it on my nipple, but that's kind of where it's going. A little red dot. I still have that $4 tube that I use for just a little pinhole of a fucking red dot. But I wanted Rudolph to be leading the Death Star over the moon. Not moon. That's no moon. That's a space station. Okay. Sorry, I nerded out for a second. Day 8.
Day 8.
So
Yes.
2 days after Christmas.
Yes. And today is all about warding your house for winter.
Warding.
Yes, the outside of the house.
Okay.
Well, and actually technically inside too.
So how would you ward the out? Now I get the inside, that's sage.
Mm-hmm.
And we talked
Which,
about that with
yeah,
the
a few days
video I
ago.
saw of the fucking dude with a giant sage bush, I'm assuming, strapped to his car, smoldering as he's driving through the countryside.
Right.
Like I'm cleansing this whole fucking planet.
Um,
So what
so
other ways would you, I mean, other than what he was doing or
so
she, what would,
much like you would with the inside of the home, you also need to clean the outside of the home.
and
So making sure that the lawn is cleaned up, that there's no debris. Um,
oh, you're literally talking aesthetics.
yeah, well, not just
I mean,
aesthetics, but also cleansing the property the same way you would the inside of the home, like salt water, um, maybe even smoke cleansing. Um,
salt water you would use outside as opposed to inside. Inside you would use just salt.
and maybe even sprinkle water because you need to have the four elements.
Moon water.
Moon water, yes.
Yeah, that's holy water, by the way, in
Um,
case you want to wear for pagans.
but also, um, smoke cleansing.
House blessing.
Yes, blessing the house itself.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, sorry. I suddenly began to stutter. Um, the outside house blessing, couldn't that also be, now this would be very intricate. It took us about a week in total from buying the materials, putting them all together,
Or are you talking about the jars we did?
the
The grid, the crystal jar
the
grid.
the crystal grid slash witches jars. So we did two things at once. So there is a the witches jar
Right.
that they have found in 16th and 15th century homes buried under the stoop,
Okay.
the entranceway, which is meant and buried behind the stoop of the back door.
Okay.
Um, shush. Um, but they were meant as protection to ward off evil spirits.
Right.
So, and they were designed with pieces of broken mirror, pieces of broken glass, nails, um, hair from individuals that lived there, or blood, urine, or semen. I mean, as long as it's the DNA. I've done blood. I've not done the other two. And whiskers of cats for wisdom, knowledge of what the fuck's going on around you, and then claws of cats for protection.
Right.
Just like the
naturally shed.
yes, naturally shed. Same with the whiskers. We're not talking like taking a cat and then pulling the
Yeah,
no. They shed their whiskers, they shed their claws. They're called sheaths. So yeah, all that mixed in it, and then set up a geometric grid around your home.
Right. Okay, so I imagine you could do that if you haven't already done that. But this is basically like you go around the perimeter of the property with your salt water and your smoke.
Okay.
And then you go around the outside of the house itself with your salt water and your smoke.
Okay. Yeah, I went a little overboard with it. A little bit. But I mean, it could still be. I mean, that would be inappropriate. Yes, and it would have to be planned out.
Yes,
like
definitely
several days in advance. But
because
okay,
I think what took us so long was that there were other parties like we were waiting for to cooperate.
Yes. Or people to go away so we could do it and quite we ended up doing it at night.
Yes.
Basically.
Yeah.
So okay, and then creating a guardian.
Yes. Okay. So this one basically, you know, those little garden gnomes.
Well, yeah.
Everybody loves.
Well, I don't know.
Well, okay. So a lot of people love garden gnomes.
They're actually quite devious individuals.
So basically, you would take one of those little garden gnome statues, or if you prefer a fairy, but
they're even worse. The image that we know of fairies is actually just to draw people in so then they can
so then Tinkerbell is fairly accurate.
Feed on us in some way. Physically, emotionally, or
so then Tinkerbell is fairly
energetically.
Accurate.
Yes, Tinkerbell is accurate.
But anyway, you would take one of the outside entities, yes, a garden gnome, a fairy, a statue of one of those entities, and basically you bless it, and then you ask it to protect your home, and then you give it offerings.
You should get a replica of the Yoda statue in front of not Lucas. Is it Yoda or Hermit? When I went to what's the dude that did the Muppets?
Jim Henson.
It's either Henson Studios. I think it's Henson Studios. Outside of it was a bronze statue, and I'm pretty sure it was Yoda. I don't know. I'm being distracted by my own thoughts as like setting up a guardian. Like I that's what I thought of when you said it, because that just was what it felt like when I walked onto it.
Going with Yoda though, and not
Kermit.
Well, I was gonna say Anakin, since
no,
or Vader.
No,
since
we're talking guardian. Neither of them were guardians. They were both powerful, but neither of them were guardians. Yoda was a guardian of the Force, hands down.
Okay. Yeah, but I was simply saying because you seem to identify with fucking Vader.
Oh yeah, I do, 100%.
So I'm surprised.
But I've never claimed to be a guardian of the Force. Always claimed to be. I know some people. This gets under some people's skin. a shadow Jedi, gray Jedi, if you will. Like, I don't have to do good just because it's good. I can choose to look at a situation and say, oh, fuck no, I'm not getting involved in this. I'm blocking myself off from the force and I'm going to turn around and walk away. So, anyway, wow, we got way sidetracked on this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was creating a guardian. The wild hunt prayer and offerings. So what is that? We talked about the wild hunt in the last one. So why would we do the prayer now?
Well, no, we talked about
the wild boar hunt.
The wild boar hunt.
Okay.
But the wild hunt is different. This is basically, and I've seen this in pop culture a few times, including The Witcher.
We haven't watched a new season because we've decided to, but we still haven't done it because, well, what was the description you saw in a comment somebody made?
That Liam Hemsworth is basically Temu Witcher.
Temu Witcher. Witcher from Temu.
But anyway, so the wild hunt, and I've seen this not only in The Witcher, but in also it was described in a way in a series of books that I read that were about goblins, where there's like this one night of the year where you don't go outside after dark, and you especially don't go to certain places because there are certain entities that will.
But see, and I don't get that. If do not go outside after dark on this time of year, but especially don't go to so there are people still going outside.
Yeah, because they're stupid. Or they're tempting fate or whatever.
Which is why no, never mind. I was about to say that's why we need the label hot on a coffee cup when they hand it to us from a restaurant.
Apparently.
But that's not true because despite the mythos that was created around it, the woman that got burned and sued McDonald's, she actually was like severely burned, and it was beyond the temperature of boiling. It wasn't hot,
but
it was beyond the temperature of boiling.
Okay. My understanding of it, though, was that as she was driving, she also was trying to add her coffee and her creamer and sugar to it. I'm
pretty sure, according to Snopes, that wasn't factual.
Okay.
That was an add-on.
Okay. But anyway, there are stupid people in the fucking world. Okay. Yes. There are people who goddamn fucking eat Tide Pods.
Yeah.
Or who drink fucking battery acid because they don't know any fucking better. Dude, seriously.
I've not heard that one. I've heard the sucking of the. Sorry, I just said sucking. The O2 cans for cleaning.
Yeah, it's called huffing.
Huffing.
Yeah, which has been going on since I was in high school.
Yeah, it's going on a while. And then there was a period where they were doing that with Freon from ACs.
Yeah, that was
in the back of freaking houses.
Yeah, which started when I was in high school.
Wow, and you survived?
I didn't do it. But anyway, my point is that, like, so
we got way off course on this one.
The owner's manual of cars from when we were younger taught you how to adjust the timing valves, change oil, all that stuff. And now the owner's manuals tell you not to drink the battery acid.
Are you? No. Are you serious? I've not looked at an owner's manual in a long time.
Like
I actually, now I bought with the different cars I've owned in the past, where you could actually work on them. I bought I forget the
aftermarket manuals.
The manuals. But yes, using the actual booklet that came with the car, because on a few cars I had that, it did tell you how to adjust the timing.
Right.
And that's not easy to do. Well, they have made it not easy to do.
Right.
It
Like,
was easier
I
back in the
mean,
day.
just think about the fact that we had my car in the shop for how many days just to change a thermostat?
4 days. 4 days.
Just to change the thermostat.
4 days.
But anyway, my point is,
And to change the oil, you have to remove shit to get to the fucking oil filter.
so
Or to check the transmission fluid, you have to do it's a closed system. So you actually have to open the transmission fluid drain, like with my car, open elevated, open the transmission fluid drain, pour transmission fluid in until it starts running out. Once it starts running out and it starts to slow down a little bit, close it off. It's good. That's how you check the transmission fluid on my closed system. Anyway, we got way sidetracked. Okay. Making other options, making bone broth.
yes, okay. So I mean, bone broth is something that's good to have around all the time because it does have health benefits.
Mm.
It's tasty, and you can make so much with it. Like you can use it
Soups,
as
stews,
stews,
as
and
a
all that,
base for all kinds, or
all kinds of stuff.
the bolognese sauce that we make.
Right.
That's meat sauce, if you don't know. Making tinctures. Oh, you love that one.
Here's
To
where
ward off cold and flu. Oh,
okay.
that
Okay,
means it's got
so
alcohol in it. I like that one.
okay, but here's the thing about that though. Okay, so I think what a lot of people don't realize is that Yule is actually the midpoint of winter. It's not the beginning of winter.
Yeah, no,
It's the midpoint.
right.
So you're
That's
all
the
you're
solstice.
well into cold and flu season at this point.
Okay.
And it takes 4 to 6 weeks for a tincture to steep. So
So
why
you
are
would
you
need to do this in like October,
yes.
like
So
late October,
like around the
if
time
not
of
mid. Yeah. Yeah.
around the time of Thanksgiving at the latest. Because we're already late
Yeah.
December.
Yeah.
So why are you waiting until now to start making your tinctures? This
Right.
is something you should have done a
True,
month or
true,
two ago.
true.
And
Yeah, they do take, and the more they sit, I've learned from tasting her different tinctures that she's made. The more they, shall we say, marinate
or
in all the herbs
yeah.
and the fruits and the different things, especially herbs or root vegetable or roots, period.
Right.
Not root vegetables. Garlic and ginger are not root vegetables.
No,
They're
they are
roots. But yeah, and use well. What we haven't done yet is done a the home, the one we did with the Bushmills.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay, yeah.
With either Jameson or Everclear.
No, we have not.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not about to, okay. Um,
You're not about to what?
I,
Make it
I,
with Everclear?
well, no, I was gonna say I'm not about to waste a good bottle of Jameson.
Oh,
Everclear, absolutely. I mean,
that shit is lethal.
that's my medicine maker.
That
Like
shit
that's
is lethal. Anyway, we hope you guys. I'm sorry, I took us on a whole
well,
crazy ass path.
before we end though,
What?
I do want to explain a little bit about the tincture making.
Okay.
If you do choose to make your tinctures now, or if you decide to save this information for next year, right around Samhain to Thanksgiving, you want to fill a mason jar up about halfway full of dried herbs, and then add a 50-50.
Or they could be fresh herbs.
Well, you need more with fresh herbs though. So 3/4, but whatever herbs you're gonna make, but you need to make sure that there's at least an inch of space above your herbs for the liquid.
Now you're also talking about other things like, I mean, you didn't mention like the citrus. You said herbs.
Okay. So when I say herbs, I mean any plant matter that you are going to use to make your tincture, whether it's citrus or rosemary, sage, garlic, whatever it is you're going to put into this.
And it doesn't have to be the fruit if you have the peels.
Yeah, even the peels.
Yeah.
But it could be the whole, like you can just slice up an orange and shove it in, put it in.
Sorry, I am dirty.
But you want to cover your plant material with a 50-50 combination of alcohol and water. I prefer Everclear, and the reason for that is that Everclear is almost 100% alcohol. Things like brandy and vodka are not 100%, so by you adding water to them, it dilutes them even further.
Right.
But
it doesn't really dilute. I mean, it does, but it brings it down to still above 80 proof.
Yes.
So just don't dilute it with rubbing alcohol.
No, no rubbing alcohol, no isopropyl, no, nothing.
Or MD 2020.
Heard of that, but never had it, and don't want to.
Don't want to.
Don't want to because
you don't want to.
Yeah, no. But anyway, you put it in a dark, cool corner for 4 to 6 weeks, and you want to shake it every day just to mix everything up.
She hid it from me. You put it in the cabinet backwards so the label wasn't showing, and I didn't see it because it was in the shadows. I was looking for it too for 2 freaking days. I was being a little rushed. I didn't want to let it wait, but I didn't see it. And then 2 days later, she's like, "Oh, it's right here." And I'm like,
yes. And you do definitely want to make sure that you label your bottle or jar with what is in it and when you put it in there. Because, yeah, you might not necessarily remember once you find it.
Shush.
Well, I mean, how many things have we found in the freezer that we're like, what is this?
And there is such a thing called as freezer tape. I just discovered this.
Yes.
It's a little stickier, so it works better in the freezer. Anyway, we are way off track. So you're gonna have to squeeze that down a little bit. This one's gonna be a test. We love you. Happy Yule. End of day 8 or beginning of day 8.
Peace out, witches.